And so today was like 100 million degrees out there, and humidity was like you jumping in the ocean type of thing. But welcome to Houston. It's a cool place to live, though. I mean, despite 10 months out of the whole year, hot and humid and sweaty, and you walk outside and it sucks. You breathe in water. It's all right. It's not California, but it's gonna have to do, man. My grandkids are here. So, but anyways, I went and did some stuff today with the apartment locating, and which is basically my second job I do. And then I decided to go to the comic book store, which is passed by there anyways. And I got these old comics where Jean Grey turns into Dark Phoenix. 1980s, of course. 1980s. But I started with there's different ones. I only have three. I only found three actually, but they start from I think one episode, or the comic book number 129 and to 137, I think it is. But back in the 80s, it started. This is part of it when Jean Grey gets involved with this group called Hellfire Club, and she gets turned into I forgot what that guy's name that basically hypnotized her, controlled her mind, and changed her into a bad person. So the only one in this book, the only one that's still around that hasn't been caught or anything is Wolverine. And oh, I gotta be careful with these pages, man. They're made out of newspaper print, but so they're like really freaking fragile. You could bend them, mess them all up. Let's advertise it right. Jean Grey, Wolverine, trying to get him back. Colossus, Storm, Nightcrawler, they're all captured. Jean Grey's the queen of this group, the Hellfire Club. The guy's controlling her. 80s, man. 80s pages. Be very gentle. These comic books are so hard to find. So freaking hard to find. I'm in my kitchen right now because I'm cooking, so never leave your food unattended. Ever unattended. That's why I decided to do this video here. Never leave it unattended. That when Stan Lee was still alive. Fighting for Jean Grey. Oh, and this advertisement is Thor and the Ricochet monster. The Ricochet monster, everything Thor throws at him, it comes back. So he goes and gets Hostess Twinkie pies, or not Twinkies, but Hostess fruit pies, and he gives it to the monster, and the monster gets happy and then goes away. So remember to pack your Hostess fruit pies. Man, look at that. Oh, Lord. Delicious fruit pies. I'm sorry, Thor. I didn't mean to give you a bad day. So I'm leaving back to my planet with Hostess fruit pies. And Jean Grey and that guy that's controlling her mind. There's Nightcrawler, Colossus, Storm. And the next one is, oh man, you have to be so careful with these comic books. Look at 1980s, you know? So the second episode is number 134, which she turns into the Dark Phoenix. And we all know the story, so I'm not going to spoil anything, right? Because it's 1980. If you don't know the story, man, you got a lot to catch up on. But they're fighting there. Oh, look at this advertisement. Commercial break. OJ Simpson for spot belt shoes. Damn, OJ. Fucking OJ, man. The juice. He's juicing it up in hell right now. Machine Gray. Fighting him. She became insane. Or she's controlled by this dude. She advertisement beast. You can have a bubblegum fight. 80s, man. I'm glad I grew up in the 80s, 70s and 80s when I grew up. And that's when she turned into the Dark Phoenix. Hey, how you doing? I missed the page, but oh look, Spider-Man. It's a Twinkies commercial. Spider-Man, and I don't know what the lady's doing. I think she's having a bad day with the kids, and then Spider-Man comes in, throws the fat bitch a Twinkie. She's all happy now. Woohoo! And she turns into the Dark Phoenix. And there's OJ advertising dingo boots. Not Mandingo, but dingo boots. So there you go. Get yourself a pair of Mandingo boots. Damn, OJ. Fucking OJ, man. Fucking OJ. And then this is when she is the Dark Phoenix, destroying worlds, destroying everything. There you go, some more Mandingo boots, bro. Size 12. I'm just kicking the X-Men's ass. Ooh, gotta be careful with these pages, man. I tell you, they're so freaking fragile. So fragile, and I hate opening these books. I read them. When I buy them, I do read them. Because what's the point of collecting something if you're never gonna read them? Just keep them in there. I mean, I'm not really collecting for value because, you know, unless you find in the attic somewhere the Superman #1 or something from, you know, that's worth millions of dollars, or the X-Men, first X-Men one, which is 30, 40, 60, $100,000. Think, yeah, I would definitely keep those. I wouldn't even sell them. Just out of nostalgic reasons, right? But there she is again. But now she has to feed, she has to go and keep her powers. So she goes through the universe and she says, Silver Surfer feels her in space. Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, but they don't know it's her. But she has to feed to keep her powers, she's super ultimate power. So she goes into, she's a star destroyer, sun destroyer. She destroys suns. So she went in there to the center of that sun, or that star, which is a sun in the universe for different planets with different alien beings, and basically wipe them out in different solar systems. Man, so careful. Look. Oh man. Oh, I don't want to rip it. It's just like newspaper, man. It's just like newspaper. Oh no, I better not have ripped it. No. I bent it though. Dang it, bro. More advertisement for what is that? Bullpen bulletins for a new comic coming out, I guess. There's some more. Thor throwing some toasted fruit pies at the monster again. But I'll tell you, those fruit pies, they taste so different back in those days. They taste way better than they do nowadays. Things just seem to get suckier and suckier as time goes on, you know, just like cars. Back in those days, they were solid metal. Now they're solid plastic. And then the next episode is going to be Child of Light and Darkness, which I only found 3, number 133, 34, and 35. I need to find about 127 through 137, I think it is. But yeah, after finishing what I had to do and drove by the comic book store, and it just feels so good to walk in there and buy things, you know? Time to get back in shape, man. What the hell? Time to get a suntan too. Indian blood, white blood. Indian blood, white blood. Anyways, I might have to erase that part. Just being silly. But yeah, when you cook, remember to stay focused on your food, bro. Oh man, anyways, we had a good time today, and then on top of that, I passed by a thrift store just to see what I could find, and you find really cool stuff in there too. And I found this brand new box of Pokemon cards. I don't collect Pokemon cards because I just, you know, I don't, but I bought it anyways. I mean, for $3 and a whole tin of them, I'll just get it. Whole tin of brand new Pokemon cards from the 90s. I don't collect them, like I said, but man, it's freaking brand new. All these, bunch of them. Oh shit! Oh man. Oh man. If some of them are worth money, they probably ain't worth money now because I just done dropped a whole bunch of them. But yeah, they're some foil ones. They look really cool. I wonder what the interest is so much on Pokemon cards. You know, maybe the kids that grew up in the 90s, it's a 90s thing. That's what it is. Just like me in the 70s and the 80s when I grew up, and which I'm so glad that I grew up in those times, because it was the surfing and skating started back in the 60s, but when it really blew up was back in the 70s and the 80s. And I remember that it was just like the thing in California. I mean, I liked surfing, and I also liked basically more skateboarding, but it was just a thing to do, and I'm glad I grew up in those times to experience all that. Atari, the beginning of video games, the beginning of freaking computers, personal computers, all that. But I wouldn't go back. I'm nostalgic about those times, but I would never want to go back because I enjoy so much the new technology we have. I mean, it's so cool. It's so awesome to have this new technology. I mean, cell phones and computers and the stuff you can do with computers and just everything that's out there nowadays, you know? So my grandkids this will be their time. My grandkids, this will be their time. They're 1 and 2 years old, or 2.5. This will be their times where they'll be like, well, man, I remember the 2020s. Oh my God, dude. How time flies, bro. How time freaking flies. But yeah, anyways, I gotta pick up these Pokemon cards. I done messed that up.